Welkom in my Afrikaanse klas. Ons is besig met die drama, die laaste karretjie graf, en nou gaan ons kyk na die vertellersperspektief, motiewe en simbole in die drama. Hier is ons bekende foto van die karretjie mense. So kom ons kyk, die eerste aspek is die vertellersperspektief. Wie vertel die storie? Who is telling the story? Daar is 2 spesifieke karakters. Ons weet nou al Pinkies is aan die begin gee hy vir ons inligting oor ouma Mita, oor die kinders. Sarah is ook daar. Sy is 'n objektiewe verteller. Sy gee vir ons historiese en kultuur informasie. Sy is 'n buitestander, daarom is sy objektief, maar eintlik is sy ook nie objektief nie, want sy is diep betrokke by hierdie gesinnetjie. So, op die ou end sien ons dat sy diep betrokke is. She's deeply involved with this family. And then of course, the audience. They are witnesses to this whole story. I hope I've spelled that correctly. So, die ooggetuies, hulle is ook deel van die storie. They witness what is happening. And if you can remember, when we talked about Æthelfugard, that was one of the things that were very important to him. Just witness what is happening. Goed. Die motief in die storie is, as ons net gou vinnig weer kyk na wat is 'n motief, dis iets wat herhaaldelik voorkom. So it's like that phrase of music that comes every now and again and you can recognize it. Baie keer word dit so bietjie gewysig. It's changed a little bit to this side or to that side, but if you listen carefully, you can hear that it's the same thing that comes out all the time. What is the function of being aware of the motive? It's all got to do with the theme of the story. It supports the theme. It brings the theme out every now and again so that you don't forget it and so that it expands and develops through the drama. The other function is it helps the story to form a unit, a eenheid. It binds everything together. It brings everything together. Goed. So kom ons kyk na die motiewe in hierdie drama. Soos wat ons sien, aan die begin gesien het, is Æthelfugard iemand wat fokus op menslike gedrag, human behavior. Nou as ons dit moet toepas, dan kyk ons na Koot se gedrag. Wat het Koot se gedrag en sy gewoontes, watter bydra lewer dit? Menslike lyding is ook 'n tema of 'n motief wat voorkom in baie van sy werke. So the human suffering. This links with armoede, the whole theme of poverty and the effect of that. Hoe dit mens se menswaardigheid aantas. Their worth as a human being. Die soeke na sin en identiteit, as ons sien die hele ding van die karretjiegraf mense wat nou tot 'n einde kom, en nou moet hulle 'n nuwe identiteit ontwikkel. Hulle is nou nie meer karretjie mense nie. What are they? What can they become? So it's this whole thing that plays out in the life of Pinkies en in 'n mindere mate Rokkies en veral ook in Koot se lewe. En dan hierdie hele tema van versoening, die motief van versoening, reconciliation, under the big umbrella of what was happening in our country at that point, but also in this family unit. Can they reconcile? Can they forgive and move on? Goed, net ietsie in die algemeen oor simbole. Dit is nou baie van toepassing op Suid-Afrika. Hier is die nasionale voël, die nasionale blom, die protea, die kraanvoël, die springbok, daar is ons landsvlag, die wapen, die vis, Suid-Afrikaanse vis, die galjoen, as jy dit ooit kan eet, dis baie, baie, baie lekker. So, 'n simbool is 'n teken of 'n voorwerp, as jy nou dink aan die blom of die kraanvoël of die vis, wat 'n groter saak verteenwoordig. So, in hierdie situasie het ek nou vir julle simbole gewys van Suid-Afrika. Kom ons kyk gou hier. Hier het ons nou simbole van gelowe. En julle kan op julle eie tyd daarna kyk. Maar if you see this sign, then you know immediately what it presents. And also with all the others. So you can have a look at that again. Okay, so kom ons kyk nou. Watter simbole het ons in hierdie drama? Verseker die donkiekar. Die donkiekar simboliseer die karretjie mense. So, as jy daai ou donkiekarretjie sien in die Karoo, dan gaan jou gedagtes dadelik na die karretjie mense toe. Die begrafnistoneel, the opening scene where the funeral is, where she's buried, that's also a very important symbol, because it's not only the grave of a person, it's also the grave of a system under which we all lived. It's the symbol of this family's life that is actually coming to an end. En dan die simbool van die dun pap en die stywe pap. Dit praat weer tot die armoede, gebrek. They don't have enough. As the months go on, the porridge is becoming thinner and thinner, meaning there's less and less money. And then, of course, all the klippe. Now, if you think about the klip, the stones that they used to put onto the grave, we'll talk about why they did that later. But also, if you think about it, was a klip that Tuk used to kill the dog. And right through the drama, then the children are putting stones onto the grave. Then Koot brings a stone and put it onto the grave. So these are recurring ideas that runs right through the drama. And that's all that I have for you now, until we see each other again.